Hello, welcome everyone. I'm just about a minute early to make sure everything is going okay. Hi, Pam. I've missed you. I haven't seen you online in a couple of weeks. You doing okay? We're going to get started here in just a few seconds. Hello, everyone. It's Lisa with Ink and Inspirations, and welcome to my stamp studio. We are live on August 15th, Thursday at 3 p.m. Central. I'm so glad you're here, and thank you if you're watching the replay. Would love for you to shout out in the comments and say hello. Let us know where you're watching from, and we're going to get started. Hi, Carol. Thank you for tuning in. Okay, so we have some housekeeping here to take care of first. I just want to remind you about the Designer Series paper sale. There are select groups or select collections of Designer Series paper, pattern paper, in the annual catalog that are 15% off during the month of August while supplies last. So anyway, we are going to be using a collection of that today, and we'll be talking more about that in a minute. But first, also a reminder that if you placed an order during July and you earned a bonus code, a $5 coupon or bonus code, be sure you use that on an order this month. It's only good through the 31st, so don't forget to use that, okay? All right. Hi, Joanne. You had a wedding. How exciting, Pam. That is great. Okay, so let me highlight my desktop and we're going to get started. Okay, so we talked about the paper sale and the bonus codes that you must redeem by the end of the month. And in the title of this live, I called it Take a Sip, because we're going to concentrate on a couple of cards that use stamps, ink, and paper, and maybe a couple of embellishments. But I want to show you how you can take some of our beautiful designer paper and make a great card. Okay, so that's what we're going to be working on today. So I'm excited to show you. Hi, Linda. Come on in. Welcome. Welcome. Okay, so let me show you first what we're using. First of all, we are using the To Market Designer Series paper collection. This is one of the collections that is on sale. It's on page 39 of the annual catalog. Okay, it's 15% off, which I believe in the US that's $10.62 rather than $12 or $12.50. Okay, hey Debbie. And then I'm also using a stamp set that really probably gets looked over. It's called the My Small Business Set. And yes, it's great for us as demonstrators, but it's also like if you know someone that has a small business or a local business, this would be a great stamp set for them or for anyone. Look at all these different forms of thanks and thank you. And look at this, handmade for you. We can all use that. Made with love, okay? Cute little hearts, a little gift, a little shopping bag, super cute. So I'm going to be using a couple of those sentiments today on these cards. So let's get started. First of all, let me show you the first card. I usually like to surprise you, but I want to show you something. So here is our first card. Now, I have to tell you that I showed this card to a member of my team on my downline and my accountability partner who's been a demonstrator for 25 years, okay? And I showed them this set and they both said, "Oh, Lisa, I didn't know you had bought that bundle." And I said, "I didn't. It's all the paper." So, boy, isn't that fun? I mean, just anytime I see some of our designer paper collections that have images that can be either die cut or fussy cut out, I am all over that. Okay, so let's go ahead and start putting this card together. I'm going to put it here where I can reference it. And let me see, let me get over here. Thanks, Pam. Okay, so I want to remind you to, if you're not on my email list, be sure you snap that. You get a free online card class, and you want to be on that so you can get information that is the latest. Okay. And then let me go back to comments, take this off, and let's go. All right. So let's look at our pieces we're using. I decided to use Blackberry Bliss for my base. It's cut 4¼ by 11, and I scored it at 5½. I'm going to go ahead and fold that in half and give it a good burnish with my bone folder. Now, when you have a 4¼ by 11 card, you cut the length of your cardstock, you really should score it because you're folding it against the grain, so to speak, of your cardstock. So, you know, the fibers in the cardstock run a certain way, okay? And if you do it on the 5½ by 8½ inch side, you can fold it and give it a good burnish and it's good. Sometimes if you try to fold it at this 5½ mark on this lengthwise, it will crack a bit and not give you a crisp fold. So make note of that. Okay, so there's that piece. And then I have a piece of 4 by 5¼ of that To Market Designer Series paper. You can see it has the little handbags or tote bags on the back. And I decided to back it with a 4⅛ by 5�3/8 piece of pecan pie. So we're just going to put that over the top. Again, that's 4⅛ by 5�3/8 for this behind it. Now, normally I would have die cut a piece out of there so that I would make use of that center, but I forgot. I was talking to my youngest daughter earlier today, and they haven't started school yet, but that's Lila and Clara that I'm talking about. But they have started their dance classes, and Lindsay, my daughter, our daughter, teaches dance at their dance studio where the girls take. So it's been busy. All right, so I've got that on here, and I can go ahead and mount it on the front of our card. And then Mia, our granddaughter, she's the middle granddaughter, she is started school today, and it was first day of 2nd grade, so it's a big day. Lots of fun. Can't wait to hear all about it. Okay, so we've got that. That Blackberry Bliss is just beautiful, isn't it? I haven't used it in quite a while, and so I was excited to use it. So since I have these two pieces up next, I'm going to go ahead and show you what I'm going to do with this. This is the 4 by 5¼ piece that's going to go on the inside of the card. And then I have a 1/2 inch by 4 inch strip of that Blackberry plaid. And I'm just going to, I think I'm going to put it on the bottom here. It really doesn't matter. And this is just an easy way to add some color to the inside of your card. You can also stamp, and I'm also going to use a couple of pieces of fussy cut vegetables on the inside here too. Okay, so let's do that. And then I think I'm going to stamp this thanks. It's pretty bold letters in Blackberry Bliss, and I really should use a foam mat, Stampin' Pierce mat on the bottom here, because our photopolymer stamps, while they're so easy to stamp with because you can see through and know exactly where you're stamping, it doesn't have the foam cushion like our cling stamps or our red rubber stamps do. So let me go ahead and get this stamped here on the inside. And again, that is from the My Small Business stamp set. Okay, getting that out of the way now. I'm going to go ahead and glue this on the inside so that it is taken care of and not floating around on my desk where I can't find it later. So how's everybody doing today? Anybody doing any crafting? I had some paperwork to do this morning, so I was working on that. Then I came in here and started getting all of my supplies together for this live, and I was so excited to show you these cards. Okay, so let's set that aside, and now we're going to work on the meat of the card. Okay, so let me show you what I have here: a 3 1/4 by 4 1/4 piece of pecan pie, and then I have a 3 by 4 piece of it's the same cardstock, and this is like pumpkin pie, and we'll talk about this on our next card, because you see that background is very light, and it reminds me of peach pie, and we'll talk about that a little bit more later. But we're going to work on building up on this layer for our card front. So I'm going to set this piece aside for right now, and this is the piece that's going to hold all the goodness. Okay, all right. Let me get my vegetables here. I already have cut some of them out, but look at all this goodness. Look how many cards you could make. Oh, Christmas cards, Linda. Good for you. Okay, let's see what I want here. I know I want some of these. I already cut some tomatoes out. I'm going to get that purple onion and turnip and radish and a bell pepper, I think. I usually cut more than I think I'm going to use because you can always add them somewhere. And I wanted to get a very full little basket. Oh, you know what? I want another head of lettuce too. I already cut one. So I'm going to show you how quickly this goes. And this is something you can do while you're watching TV, you know, or just listening to a podcast. So I am cutting very close to the image. I'm not cutting on the line because I'm afraid I would cut off some of the little curves. So I'm just kind of gently going around all these curves on this head of lettuce. And this is how I'll do all of these little vegetables. So these are just so cute. And on this particular set, I think if you have a garden, which I've told you, I do not have a green thumb. There is no way. Everyone looks at this little plot of land we have behind the cabin. They said, oh, that is very good you need to grow something there. I thought, me? Are y'all talking to me? Oh, no. I cannot grow anything. I mean, you know, first of all, we're not here all the time to be able to tend to a garden. And then, y'all, I'm just not good with plants. So, but I'm happy to take vegetables from anyone that wants to share. So we have some friends up here that always have like lots of zucchini, and so that's always fun. Okay, there's a red bell pepper. See how quickly that went? Let's do these carrots now. Okay. So I'm just going along the side here, going to go along the top. I love that it's this bunch of carrots with the little greenery on the top. Just going around pretty quickly, and it just gives it such a fun look, and it's fun to fill those little tote bags with these veggies. It's pretty hot here today, and but it's like we had a couple of weeks ago, we had some really cool weather. It was awesome. It was in the 60s in the morning, and didn't get out of the low 80s. And it's like Mother Nature goes, just kidding. It's still summer. So, and we're having one of these hot days today. The Jackie told me earlier that we should get some cooler weather again next week. So that'll be nice. Okay, so here is a bunch of carrots, and now let's get these cut out. So I was going to pre-cut these, but I thought it would be just fun to show you how quickly really you can get it done, and how I'm talking to you and just going on along, and so you could be carrying on a conversation with your spouse or child, friend. So okay, that. Okay, I'm going to do a few more. I think I'm going to do this turnip and this red onion, and then we're going to see if that will work for us in our bag. Because there's something I did with the bag, I think, that fooled my Stampin' friends when I showed them the card. It's a little trick that just made it look more like a stamped image than just a cut out piece of paper. And with that being that way, then it made all of these other little vegetables that I'm cutting out, it's like, well, those must be stamped too, is what they thought. But it was so funny. Oh, I didn't know you got that bundle. I didn't. But I love to get the paper. Is anybody else like that? Always have to have all the paper? I love the paper. And I'm not so much not all into the specialty, but if it's got images on it, I'm all over it. I'm all over it. Okay. Okay, this one's taken a little bit longer because it's got these 3 leaves at the top, but I'm almost done. Hang with me, hang with me. Okay. Is anybody crafting while they're watching or listening to me? Or y'all just watching? Okay. I don't know if I need that. Oh, what else do I need? I think I need another orange bell pepper. You gotta have the mix of the colors. It does make a difference. Okay. I promise this is the last one. Well, hopefully it's the last one. Once we get them in our bag, we may see we need to add to it, but we'll see. I think we're good. Okay. A Halloween card. Okay, Pam. Awesome. All right. So now we have that. Now let's get our bag. And this is super simple. I'm using this tote right here. And so I'm going to cut this out. And again, I get close to it. But not right on the line. Okay, I need to get rid of this excess paper. And I'm just going to cut right across the top. Okay. Okay. So now, what I did to the bag. Oh, you're cutting cardstock, Linda. Good for you. Okay. Okay, I'm trimming off just a tad bit more. And that's easier to do once you've got it all cut out from the big piece of paper. So what I did here is I took some crumb cake ink and a sponge dauber. Okay, this is pecan pie, but I wanted to go a little lighter. Okay, and I just sponged around the edge. And so it gives it a little bit of depth and it makes it pop when you have it on your paper. So it gives it more of a stamped image look. See what I mean? Just a super easy trick. Does anyone else still use sponge daubers? I know a lot of people like the blending brushes, the large and the small, but I use sponge daubers all the time. Okay, I'm going around a little bit just to make it a little bit darker, coming in on the color of the bag too. Okay, all right. So now, let me show you what we do next. So I took my bag and I came up about 3/4 of an inch from the bottom, not quite an inch, okay? Because I wanted to have plenty of room for my vegetables up here. Here's some more that I've cut out earlier, okay? So what I'm going to do is put adhesive just along the bottom part of the tote, okay? So I'm going to use liquid glue and hope that it dries quick enough. So again, about 3/4 of an inch from the bottom. Now I just put adhesive underneath here so that this could be lifted up and we could make these look as realistic as possible, okay? So I started with my lettuce, and before I glued anything, I just started playing with it and positioning it. No glue, just putting it in the bag. Okay, I think. Now another cute way to do this, and I haven't tried it yet, but I may do it on another project and post it later, is to cut around these two tomatoes and let one of them overhang the tote bag. I didn't do that on this project, but you can. Okay, so let's see what else I did here. I'm going to put there. You know what? I'm going to put this over here and this orange bell pepper here. But you see how that's coming together and it looks so cute. All right, and then I'm going to put this radish right here. And it can be just barely peeking out, okay? All right, then here. Okay. So what do y'all think? That's enough? I think that's enough vegetables, or do I need to keep adding? I'm going to start gluing because then they won't move around so much. And then you can tell me if I need to add these two other pieces there. I know I want both heads of lettuce. So I'm going to put a little adhesive there and tuck in. And on this, the reason I usually start with the largest pieces. Okay, so the lettuce is the largest of all the little vegetable pieces. And let's see, I should have put glue. I did put glue on the back of that one. Put it on the front of this one. And put some on the back. Okay, like that. And try to make it where it's not even Steven all the way across. Looks more realistic that way, okay? Next, I want the tomatoes. And you can come back and add more glue later on the tops. But for right now, while you're getting everything positioned, just do a little bit. Just do what you need to hold it in place. Okay, next, largest is our bunch of carrots. Okay. here. Oop. Let's see. Come down. Kind of angle that. And if it hangs off the edge of this piece, it's okay because, you know, the card front is larger, right? Okay, next. I think I'm going to do, I think I want to put this over here on this side. This orange bell pepper. Okay. And then I think I'm going to come over here like this. And you want the color to show, so try not to tuck it down too much behind the bag. Hey, Patty, it's okay. We're just taking it slow and easy today. Okay, let's put our onion right here. See, I'll pull that out a little bit so it show a little bit more. And I think I'm going to take this, come over here with it. Okay, so I need some input. Let me get this one on, and then you can say, thanks, Patty. Okay, let's do that. Now, do I need something else? Do you think? Or is that enough? Do I need to add? I mean, I don't want to add red right there on top of the tomatoes. I already have one of those. Do I need some more carrots? What do y'all think? Do I need something else, or is this good? While y'all are deciding, I'm going to show you what else I did to this. I decided you could leave it plain like this, or I decided to add some linen thread. And so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to turn this over, and I'm going to use some tear and tape and just tape one of the ends here. I'm not taking off that backing, okay? I'm just using it like tape, and I'm going to wrap 1, 2, 3, come around the back, give it a cut, and tape this other end. Okay, y'all still thinking? Do I need more vegetables, or should I leave it? Y'all are quiet today. It's okay. 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 There we go. Okay. So then I'm going to make a loopy bow. Maybe a carrot behind the top of the tomatoes. Okay. Let me get my bow done, Pam, and I'll try that. Right here. Yeah. That's where I'm thinking too. For some reason. I mean, that's the way it is on that other one, but I'm wondering if maybe some carrots would do. Okay, so I'm making here an easy loopy bow. And then I'm going to get some reverse tweezers. Pam, these are the ones you gave me. And then I'm going to come around here and tie a knot. Let me cut this. Carrots behind the middle sticking up. Okay, so that's 2 for carrots. I'm going to give it a try. Yep, I agree. It needs something else. And the carrots are super cute. Okay, I'm tying a knot here to hold my loopy bow in place. I'm doing double knot, and then I'm going to, I don't want too long of an end. Why is that such a big, there it is, it got pulled. So I'm going to take this, and on this one I'm going to put it on this side. I did the other side on the sample. Let me cut these off. Hi, Deborah. It's okay. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for tuning in. Okay, so let me get my, where are my glue dots? Right here. So I'm going to cut some more carrots very quickly and add that as suggested. And I'm going to put this. I just put a glue dot behind the knot. Okay, so now let me get some more carrots. I have some cut out, but I'm using them on the inside. But I can cut these out quickly. Oops. Again, this is the 2 Market Designer Series paper that is on sale this month. Super cute, and I hope you can see where you can make some precious cards with just stamps, ink, and paper. Okay, so let me get this. I really don't need to be so precise around the bottom because those won't show much. But you never know, so that's why I cut them all the same like they are going to be showing. Okay, almost done, almost done. Okay, let's get our trash out of the way and pull this up a little bit. Okay, I need to pull up the tomatoes just a tad. Oh, you know what? Let me go behind here. So with hindsight, you know, I would have put these carrots first. That's too high. You see that? So you know what I'm going to have to do? I'm going to have to chop them. Because I have glue there. Now, yes? Isn't that better? I love it. Good idea, ladies. Okay, let me get my glue here. So see, I chopped off the bottom of the carrots because the tomatoes were already glued down and I couldn't tuck it in. But you can always fix it, right? Yes, I love it. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now we have that. And so we're going to apply this to our card front, and then we're going to add the sentiment, okay? So instead of doing straight on layers, I decided to angle a bit. So I'm going to cock this one to the side, and then this one is going to go like that. Okay, it just adds for some interest to your card front. So let me go ahead and glue this one down. Thanks, Linda. Thanks, Pam. I really like it with the extra carrots. Glad y'all thought of that. Okay, so here I'm trying to keep the point at the edge of this pattern paper and then up here. That's how I know how much to tilt it. Okay, and it's about equidistant top and bottom here and here. Okay, so this one I'm going to cock a little bit like that. It is so cute. All right. I love those little vegetables. Okay, so let me do some glue here. And put that on like that. And let me see if I can Arrange my bow a little bit. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is do my sentiment. And so I have a 1/2 inch strip of basic white. It's about 1/2 by 2 or so, just long enough to stamp. Okay, and this says, "You've got great taste." Doesn't that go well with our vegetables? I thought so. I thought it would be perfect for the vegetables. Of course, if you have the stamp set, you could choose one of those. So let me stamp this. Where's my, here it is. Gotta get my cushion underneath, and just gonna stamp this right in the center, and then I'm gonna trim it off. You've got great taste. Then I'm just going to take my paper snips and cut alongside. Okay, then I'm going to use dimensionals behind it to make it pop up a little bit. Okay, let's see what time it is. It's like, I don't like to go an hour, but sometimes. Okay, I'm going to put that right across here, and I'm just going to go kind of straight across with the top and the bottom, okay? So I'm going to put that right there. And then you can use some gems. Where did they go? Here they are. I don't think these are available right now. Adhesive back textured dots, but you could use whatever, I just grabbed some, and you don't have to have this. It looks just fine without it, but that's why I said stamps, ink, and paper with a couple of embellishments. Okay, let's see. There. Now, let's do the inside. I have a couple of vegetables that I'm going to put on the inside, because why not, right? So I have some more carrots and an onion. Okay. And then I'm going to take these and just put them down here. Add a little something to the inside, and we'll be done with this one. Let's take this, and I'm going to kind of overlap it a little bit so they're not floating out by themselves. See there? Okay. There's our first card. I didn't use any dies. No, just straight cuts, except for of course, the fussy cutting there. And you've got a really cute card. Don't you think? I love those little vegetables cut out. I hope you like it. I hope you'll try it. Thanks, Deborah. Okay, now I've got one more. It won't take as long, I promise. It won't have as much fussy cutting. But I wanted to use one with one of the flowers, bunches of flowers. I say one of them. Let me get this out here. So, again, using 2 Market Designer Series paper. Yes, Deborah, do that. And so I use the bouquets in this one with a different bag to make another thank you card. So with this, I'm going to have a question for you on this, because this is what I talked about at the beginning of the video. The color in this designer paper is pumpkin pie, the orange is, but to me that looked like peach. But then when I put peach behind it for the layer, it looked too light, okay? You see, that's pumpkin pie, but I used a peach layer. So I was going to ask you what you thought. Let me get this out. Ugh, I've got so many pieces, y'all. Okay, so let me show you. Should I use, this is pumpkin pie. Now that's a really pumpkin, isn't it? Okay, that's pumpkin pie. This is peach pie. This is the layer that's going to go on top of it. So what I can do, I can go ahead and cut both of them, and then you can decide if you want to, okay? So I need a piece of 4 1/8 by 5 3/8 layer of these two, okay? So I'm gonna leave that right there where you can see it. I'm gonna get my trimmer. Oh, sorry, y'all. Woo, whopped my camera. Okay, so I need 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. Let's do that. A pumpkin or peach. I used peach on the original card. 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. So that's a quarter to 5 3/8. The pink. Well, see, I use this. That's why I'm going either with the pumpkin or the peach. That's why, because I felt like I needed to go with this. But then after I made it, I thought I should have used pumpkin. But I'm going to let you decide with this. Okay. Oh, what happened? Okay, y'all, I don't know if it's going to keep flipping back and forth. What that was all about. 4 1/8. The pink would be great too, Linda, but I think I would need to use like pink again right here. Okay, 5 3/8. But yes, that's a great idea. Okay, let me take this out of the way. Okay, so let's go ahead and start building this. 5 1/2 by 8 1/2 for the layer. You were going with the green. Oh, okay. Yeah. It would work. I mean, you know, as long as it's in the paper. Okay, so this is 5 1/2 by 8 1/2. And then we're going to take this and fold it in half. We don't have to score this one at 4 1/4 because we're going with the direction of the fibers. Okay. Whew. All right. Now I have this, and it's either going to be this or the peach. Where's my card? So I won't glue it yet. Y'all can think about it. Okay. It's, you know, in essence, it's not that much difference, but, you know, it is some difference. Okay, I've got a lot of little pieces here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do the inside. 4 by 5 1/4. And then I have a piece of this green that's 3/4 inch by 4. And I'm just going to glue it here just to give the inside some color. Okay. Okay, let's line that up there. And then I'm going to put it on the inside. You like the peach, Pam? See, when I was putting it together, the pumpkin was just screaming at me. You know what I mean? It's like, ah, you know, it's like, it's so bright. And I'm all about using the peach. I mean, that's what I chose initially, but I thought, Maybe I need to ask my ladies and the guys what they think. Okay, there we go. So now I need to cut a bag. So I'm cutting this tote bag here with the Blackberry Bliss handle. And we're going to do the same little treatment we did on that first bag with the vegetables by sponging around the edge because it makes it pop. I'm just leaving a scant little bit of white around the edge of this bag. Let me get my scraps out of the way here. Okay, where's my pumpkin? Where'd it go? Here it is. Now where is the sponge dauber? It's right here. Don't panic, Lisa. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to sponge around the edge of this with crumb cake. Oh, hey, Lynn. Oh, good. Must be, you have so many retreats and things you go to. That's so fun. Okay. Lynn is on my team. Okay, so there we have that. Okay, now let me find my bouquet. So we have these two already cut, and I'm going to cut out the other one with the pumpkin pie / peach pie flowers. So you know how you see flowers at a market? I thought, well, this is a great idea for a card with one of those little tote bags. So cute. Yeah, I've been seeing lots of teacher gifts, like with a little small bunch of bouquet of flowers for the teacher, you know, just like carnations and maybe some kind of a daisy, you know, nothing fancy schmancy, just some pretty flowers. And I thought, how cute would that be with a card like this and maybe a tag to tie around the bouquet. If y'all seen, sometimes for dance recitals in the spring, I will make tags like to go around bouquets of flowers. You can use, we can always add to a gift and make it better with our crafting projects, right? Just add a little something and it's a little handmade touch. Love it. Okay, so I'm just going around this bouquet. And this is the highlighted bouquet that I chose for the three in the bag, the 3 bouquets in the bag. I probably should have just done one card today, but I really thought it was going to go quicker. I hate to keep y'all too long. Okay, all right. So now, on this, what I did, okay, so Pam is the only one that said, there's the pumpkin, or should we use peach? Pam says peach, and I think I like the peach better too. Okay, so I think I'm going to go with it, Pam. Let's see. Where is my peach? Is this it? Nope, that's too big. What do I do with it? Oh, here it is. My desk is a mess, y'all. Okay, yeah, I think I like this. Why is that not the same color? Okay, so I'm going to do this. Look at all these tomatoes on the back of this. Those would be a little bit fussier to fussy cut, don't you think? Okay, then this is going to go over top. Make sure I have. All right, so now I'm going to put this here. This needs to slide a little bit. There we go. This is going to go here about an inch or so from the edge, and I'm going to use Stampin' Dimensionals to put on it. Now, I'm not going to put too much toward the edge because this is going to kind of slip up underneath this sentiment. How did I pop up here again? I don't know why it does that, y'all. It's like, hello, there's Lisa. Probably making funny faces. Okay. So, I'm going to put it more on this side. Okay. Let's do this and get this little bag on here. I find these dimensional papers everywhere. It's like in my bedroom today. It must have come in on my shoe. Okay, I'm pretty close to the bottom here. Okay. All right, got that. Now I'm going to put my bouquets in here like that. Isn't that so pretty? So I'm almost a little too close to the edge. See, I went a little closer here than here, and I could have used a little more room, but it'll be fine. All right, let's and again, I try to make it like exactly even at the top so it looks more natural. So I'm coming down a little bit with this blackberry bundle of flowers, or bouquet, I should say. Then this one is going to go in the middle, and I need to pick up my dimensional a little bit, and it's going to go, I'm bringing that one down some because I wanted that one to be a little higher than the rest. So I'm going to put dimensionals right here toward the top. Okay. But I kind of want that little tie, the little bundle wrap, bouquet wrap, I should say there. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is the sentiment next. I have a 1x3 piece of basic white, and I kept trimming this down till I got it about the right size that I wanted for this particular sentiment, which it really takes up most of the room height-wise. So I have to be careful how I stamp it. It's a very fine cursive print. So I have to make sure that the Y, the bottom of the Y, is on the page, and I'm centering it. I say on the page, it's like right at the bottom. It's okay. Okay. Then I took it and I kind of slid it. I wanted it at the end over here of, it doesn't have to be. I want it tucked a little bit behind this. So like I said earlier, the bag on this one was a little more to the right. So I was able to push this toward the end like that. Okay, but I do want it tucked underneath. No, I don't. I want it to the edge. So I'm gonna go with it like that. I'll make up my mind in a minute. Okay, so, and I've come up about where this top part of the Blackberry Bliss is on the bag. And then I'm gonna go across and come to the edge there of the designer paper. I definitely would, if you're making this, I would come over just a tad more with your bag. That shifts the whole thing to the right just a little bit, okay? All right, so now we have that. Then somewhere, and that's a big somewhere here, I have 2 pieces of 1/4 inch by 3 inches of this pumpkin pie. And I almost got it too high there, so I'm going to come down with it just a little bit. But I'm just going to come like that, and it borders the top of the thank you piece. Okay, so it butts up against the edge of it. All right. Okay, I'm putting just a little bit of I'm going to go ahead and put this one up here because that's the one that's kind of squeezing in. Okay, and then this one's going to go on the bottom. So I could have come down a little bit more with this, but it's okay. See, I'm making it work, all right? It works. It's just I'm comparing it to this original one that I did. Okay, all right. So to finish this one off, I did the loopy bow with the linen thread again. Try not to make it too big and do it quickly. Grab it with the tweezers. You know, we have the reverse tweezers in the Embossing Essentials kit, but these were gifted to me before that ever came out. I didn't have any. And my friend Pam that's here sent them to me. And then since then, I've picked up other pair in case, so I can have it in my travel bag and one in Texas. Okay. Oh, come on, Lisa. Tie a knot. Okay, I want to center that a little bit more before I tie the double knot. So a SIP card is a card made with stamps, ink, and paper. I added a couple embellishments here, but you can see that you don't have to have them. You can have a pretty card. I'm looking for glue dots. Look at my desk. Oh, y'all. It's a hot mess. All right. All right, let's do this and get this here. And then I decided I wanted some sparklies on it. So I took some of our basic rhinestones and my dark pumpkin pie. Now I did use pumpkin pie on these. And I'm going to color 3 of these. 2 big ones. Kind of running out of sizes on this one. Small one. I love that if you have the colors in the blends, you can have whatever color you need to match your project, right? Okay, so here, let's do this. And then put one down here in the corner. Okay. Woohoo! We did that. Got that done. Okay, let's look at both of our cards. Okay, so on this one, this is the one we made today. And I'm going to go back and add some glue to the tops of these vegetables so that they won't get damaged going in and out of the envelope. Okay, and then here is our bouquet card, a thank you card, and both of these are thank yous using the My Small Business stamp set. They have some great thank yous in this set, and you could also use it with Handmade for You, Made with Love. Okay, and I just love that set. I love this paper, and I hope you will give this kind of project a try with stamps, ink, and paper, and just make a beautiful card by cutting out and gluing them together. It doesn't have to be all the things. You can make some simple cards that are beautiful to send. So I hope you've enjoyed it. For being here. Ooh, it just popped up on me. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. And if you're watching the replay, thank you. If I can help you with anything, let me know. And I hope to see you again soon. I'm Lisa Brown with Ink and Inspirations, inspiring you to create, share, and make a difference. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.